Welcome back, friends. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are. You are tuning in to the Black Swan Yoga Podcast. My name is Patsy Montoya, and I am so happy to have you on this wild ride called life and connecting with you through our technology. So let's talk everything from sickness to injuries today and how they can actually be a lesson. Like, what? Did you just say lesson? Yes, they really can. Because your body is constantly telling you all sorts of different signals, different things about what's going on. And in our fast paced society, it's really easy to ignore all of those signs and say, I don't have time for that. I got to keep going. I got to keep moving. I'm okay. I don't want to take stuff. Hopefully, it'll just figure it out on itself. It's really common for us to say that to ourselves, or maybe not even say anything and ignore the signs that your body is telling you, like, hey, slow down, or hey, I am not feeling good. Whatever you're breathing in is not good for me, whatever it is. So let's talk about that because it can be really frustrating. Let's talk injuries first. Especially if you're an athlete, a yogi, just a mover and groover, a dancer, whatever it is, we like to use our bodies. And for many of us, that movement is quite therapeutic. And when we get injured, it can really put a damper on not only our physical health, but our mental health too. So what can we do? How do I, continue with this injury? How do I live my life with this injury? Is it going to be forever? More than likely, it won't be forever. And so the faster that you can heal, the faster that you'll get out there. And the better that you actually take care of yourself means that you will heal faster. And with that, it means taking a break. For many of us, having an injury means, hey, dude, slow down. I got to take a moment. I got to take a breather. This is too much. I am like, ever since I turned 30, I don't know what it is. I'm like the queen of having an injury every now and then. And right now, it's my QL, it's my lower back, and it just locked up on me the other night. So the old Patsy would have said, oh, I'll be fine. I'll just suffer through it. And I think that's almost something I got from my dad. Like, I know that when he is injured, he doesn't even show any signs. Like, he won't let anyone really know that he's injured until it's, really bad. And so the old Patsy would have said, I'm fine. I'll just suffer through it. It's not a big deal. My body will work it out. I'm going to keep going and going and going. But this Patsy that you're talking to, now that I am, veering up on mid-30s, I am taking time out. So I'm taking a nice hot bath every night. That's a great way for my muscles to really loosen up, relax, to heal. And then I'm also putting ice on my back. I've been going to cryotherapy. I go to my chiropractor. I do acupuncture. I do everything I can get my hands on to heal my body because there's something going on. And I like to study too, okay, lower back, what does that have to deal with? And I look into my books for traditional Chinese medicine. Lower back has to deal with the kidneys, and the kidneys have to deal with anger. And so, this is Chinese medicine. Am I dealing with maybe some unresolved anger issues? And that's a great journal activity. Okay, body, what are you telling me about my emotional health? What are you telling me about my mental health? What's going on today? And it's, again, just that great time to self-study, soul scrub, look at myself. Because if having an injury is so daunting and so hard on me that I can't spend time with myself, I think that there's a lot of a bigger issue for me to address. So when we have injuries, I really recommend taking time out. See what your body is telling you. If it's and looking at the body part, the feet. Well, am I on my feet too much? Am I not giving my feet enough love that these body parts that transport me from place to place, that connect me with Mother Earth? It's like my hip. Well, hips tend to hold a lot of emotion and a lot of trauma. So maybe I need to journal on something or look at my family life. Where am I not fulfilled? That's my advice. I know I'm getting a little woohoo woohoo. So I'll bring it back in with the physical part of taking advantage of all of the resources around you. Maybe if you have health insurance, go to your doctor. Please see what your doctor has to say. If you don't have health insurance, that's okay too, because there's lots of other resources. There's holistic ways you know, to find healing. There's, as I mentioned before, chiropractic, acupuncture, cryo, and that's just a few. I love also massage therapies. Awesome. It's incredible. And take advantage of finding ways to do trades. If it's a financial aspect, where can I do a trade with this person? What do I have to offer them? What skills do you have that you could bring to this person? Because you never know. I mean, the worst that they're going to tell you is no. And that's okay, because you can also try other people. It's not like they are the only acupuncturist in your city or wherever you live. Try someone else. You never know. I typically will ask a ton of people, whether it's for a trade or just like to get advice on things, because we have tons of people on this planet. So might as well see what they have to say. Uh, so trades are one way. Another way is to go to the schools. So like massage therapy school, acupuncture school, and see, a lot of these schools will offer discount rates because their students need the practice anyways. And they're being facilitated, they're being supervised by someone else. It's not like anything, is going to happen that isn't like on their line, and it isn't in their regulations of how they do things. So that's another tip that I recommend. But injuries can also be really humbling, super humbling, to take that time out and to take a moment to look at yourself. They can be eye-opening in the realm of like, okay, am I going too fast, or am I not giving my feet or this body part enough love, enough gratitude? And um, I recommend too, not waiting until you're injured. I think that that's an easy thing to do, is like not taking care of yourself until it's kind of too late and you're injured and you're in pain. But instead, start acupuncture now. Start chiropractic care now. It's such a beautiful service. I can say firsthand that I have really done a service to my body by seeking out these healers, these people that really spend their life to help other people. Um, so that's injuries. Now let's talk about being sick. It is flu season here in Austin, Texas. We're about to come up onto the holidays. So a lot of us are starting to get, sick, get ill. There's stuff in the air with our sinuses going all wonky. And so it's all of the time of the year, every single day of the year is an opportunity to take care of yourself. So that way, same thing that I said with the injury. So that way, when we do, start to feel something coming on, you will already have your tools to combat it. So before we get sick, how do you take care of yourself? Rest is huge. Rest, rest, rest. Please get enough sleep. Especially if you're one of my friends who says, like, I don't need it, or I don't have time for it, I have so many other things to do, then I'm talking to you. Because there's been links to all sorts of different diseases when people don't get enough sleep. It's been proven that your lifespan can be shortened by not getting enough sleep over time. So give yourself that opportunity, that reward of really a good night's rest. And your body, the more you start to study it, your body will tell you when it likes to go to bed and when it likes to wake up. ideally, you would wake up without your alarm. And, ideally, I'm talking Ayurvedically here now. So, the sister science of yoga, Ayurvedically, we would wake up without the alarm with the sun coming up. And be ready for the day right then. But that's not really how a lot of us operate. So, where I recommend is seeing when your body starts getting tired and if you fight it. And is it really worth it to fight it? Like, whatever you're doing at night, like, is it worth it getting that like 1 extra hour of work in or to watch that TV show? Or, I personally would say that's probably not worth it. That in fact, you are going to benefit so much better by getting more sleep. And then whatever you needed to do, you can do it in the morning because you're going to be more rested and you're going to be more focused. So that's my number one tip on staying healthy and preventing being sick. Number two would be the neti pot. So this is another Ayurvedic tool, the neti pot, and that is neti pot. And that's to rinse the sinuses. It's a really great place. I do it every morning, almost every morning, I should say. And I just put a sinus rinse in it, or maybe just a little bit of sea salt, not much, just tiny, tiny bit. And with warm water, and it goes up one nostril, down the other. So it's a rinse. And for me, that's a really great way to stay healthy. I once had a yoga student tell me that that's like all that she does to stay healthy, and she hasn't been sick in 20 years. So, maybe that's your little recommendation. You can find the neti pot at like a lot of different drugstores. I think I got mine at CVS. You can go to the grocery store. A lot of them will have neti pots. You don't have to get anything fancy. They're super cheap too. So that's my next one. And then my next tip is, what are you eating? Your nutrition is huge. And you'll feel it when we're eating too much sugar or not getting enough fluids, not hydrating enough, then we will absolutely feel inflammation and it's easier for our immune systems to be worn down to start getting sick. So now those are a couple tips I would say to prevent. Now, when you get sick, I beg of you, just cancel whatever you have on your agenda for the day and use that day to rest, to take care of yourself. And, I try to do all sorts of natural ways until it gets to that point where, you know what, I need to get my Tylenol or whatever it is because I need to get the sinus medicine because in my opinion, I'm like, because my body needs it. I've tried to do what I can do to prevent it. And now it's at this point. So if you take medication, like, humble yourself. Don't be above that. And if you're against that, that's okay too. I'm not saying that that's the only way by any means. I would say get yourself some fresh OJ and some fruits and, some warm soup. But definitely don't try to push through this. My friends, I'm telling you, when we try to push through things, it just gets worse. It is like this, we're wearing ourselves down. Your body's asking for you to rest and to heal and to, cocoon, to spend time to just regenerate. So take that time, honor your body in that way. And really, whatever is on your agenda, it can wait. It always can. A lot of times I think we feel like, well, I have this deadline, this timeline. I really have to do this. But in reality, are you going to be your best self if you're feeling worn down and if you're already sick? So it can wait. I think that that's a good mantra when we are sick of, like it can wait. It can wait because right now my number one priority is me. Right now, your number one priority is your health. And that really should be, if not number one, then definitely up there as a priority for your health because I want you to live the longest and happiest and healthiest life that you possibly can. And so do your loved ones. So take care of yourself. Do yourself a favor and see what your body's telling you. See these little signals that it's asking for your attention, and maybe see that before it gets really worse, it gets bigger. I hope this was helpful. That's really all I have for you today. Wherever you are in the world, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for tuning in. We are so very, very grateful for you. If you'd like more of this, just check out my Black Swan Yoga TV channel, bsy.tv. We also have an app on all iTunes, Roku, all of it. So BSY TV, check it out. Love to connect with you more. My name's Patsy. Have a gorgeous day. Namaste.